What's going on, guys? Buster6 here, back to another video, and today I have an album review for you guys. This time I'm going over the latest offering from progressive black metal legends, Enslaved, Heimdal. This is their 16th album that came out, Nuclear Blast Records, that got released on the 3rd of March of 2023. And yeah, again, 16th album. 16 albums. That is really a lot to take in with the longevity of this band. This band did form in 1991 in Norway, and these guys have been just going on a tear lately. Ever since their first album back in '94, which I really don't know how to pronounce it because again it's all in Sweden, and yeah, my pronunciation is a little bit off kilter to say the least, or Norway, Norwegian, I guess you could say, but Sweden, Norway, whatever. Not going to go into the geographical part of the video, but these guys have been going on a tear lately, and well, the ambition was real to say the least because this is an epic journey of an album to say the least, and this this was a hell of a way to kick off March. I mean, so far, almost every album I've listened to has been solid to fantastic. This is up there. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. This album was absolutely awesome. I mean, just the. I'll get into everything else here in a bit, but I want to talk about the tracks real quick. The opening track, Behind the Mirror, has really nice melodies, but the guttural vocals I really enjoy. Like, it's got the perfect blend of chaotic and clean. Like, it's got that, like, brutal, like, almost croak. And then you got these nice, soft, clean melodies to balance it out, which I really do like. I really love the instrumentation on this album. Like, the instrumentation kind of carries the album, in my personal opinion. And you also got some other great melodies on this album, like Forest Dweller, where it's got very epic melodies too. And the vocals kind of remind me of Matt Barlow from Iced Earth, which is a really odd comparison considering he's more of a power metal vocalist and these are more progressive black metal vocals. But I really love the melodies and how much it carries along the instrumentation along with the album as well. And Force Dweller is a really damn good track too. I really like the melodies and I really like the song structure on the album. And you also got some kind of interesting moments on this album, especially on the song The Eternal Sea, where as a really cool bass intro, I really love that bass intro. And even though that's kind of like a weird synthy intro, weird synthesizer intro, but that bass line kind of really grabs me, and not to mention again there's really nice cleans on the song as well. And then you also got some other interesting tracks like Congilia, I think that's how you say it. It has some really nice opening driving riffs too, but it's also got some unique folky elements too because this band kind of incorporates some um Viking themed style, which everyone can say, oh well, they're Viking metal. Viking metal is not really a genre because I had a discussion with a coworker of mine last while I was at work yesterday. Viking metal is not a subgenre. Viking metal is basically you're just talking about Vikings. And in all honesty, Viking metal is technically melodic death metal. Like you listen to a Monomorph, they're really a melodic death metal band. They just happen to talk about Vikings a lot. But I'll get into that maybe in a different video for another time. But I really like the unique folky elements that that the sound incorporates as well, and it really entices it as well. You also got Kingdom, who which I think was the first single. I think it was the first single on this album. It's got a really good hook to it. Like it's almost kind of thrashy in a way, and just really grabs me onto that song. It is an absolutely killer song too. And also another thing too, Heimdal. Apparently, it does talk about like a Viking god. Apparently, which I think was another song that was on their earlier albums in the '90s. I think it was on if you guys want to correct me in the comments, please do if you can. I think it was on their third or fourth album, Eld, that came out in '97, and it does have a song called Heimdal, but it had two L's and not just one. And I kind of how like it talks about that as well as it kind of like has this entire theme go out through the entire album. Like I really love the atmosphere. I really dig the kind of Vikingish um melodies and songs that carries throughout the entire album. Now, the last two tracks I really want to talk about, Caravans to the Outer Worlds and the title track. Caravans to the Outer Worlds was actually an EP that they released a couple of years ago. That is probably my favorite track on this entire album because I really, really love that first half. That first half is some of the most intense riffs of the entire album. But again, it doesn't make the intensity go full blown, and it actually bounces out along with the slower, progressive moments. And I really, really, really dig that. And again, this is coming from someone that does not like progressive metal in the slightest. But when it's done right, like with this and a couple of albums I've listened to, it is done right and I enjoy it and it does not overstay its welcome. Yes, the songs are long and I think actually Congilia is actually the longest track, which is 8 minutes. It doesn't take me out of the album. If you guys have seen my reviews and seen my retrospective of like Iron Maiden, you know that I hate their modern output because the songs are way too drawn out and they go absolutely nowhere. With this album, it doesn't do that. I'm still kind of enticed to it because I at least enjoy the song structure and I really like the hooky parts that it gets. Remain, it just flies out, bores you to death. With this one, it really encapsulates and it doesn't overstay its welcome with the progressive moments. But enough of my babbling. The final track, the title track, is so doomy. At that very beginning, it's like very, very doomy. I really get a lot of Candlemass vibes off of it, and maybe a little bit of Pentagram thrown in there as well. I really love it, and it's a really groovy song too. Now, the black metal isn't really out front, but there are some black metal moments in terms of the riffs, but mainly in terms of the atmosphere and some of the vibes it gets off. Now, the vocals are a bit black metalish, even though they kind of sound a little death metalish because of how brutal and guttural they sound. But the atmosphere and the vibe is more black metal than its full blown prog. Yes, it's very much a prog metal album, but you got some of the black metal kind of peppered in and seasoned on there for the entire full course meal. So, with that being said, folks, I'm giving this an A. This was a great album, a very good album to listen to, and it's really not that long of an album. Like, yeah, all the songs are long, but it's only like 7 songs in the span of like 45 minutes. We need more prog metal albums like this and not go an hour and 15 minutes long. Oh, hi, Dream Theater. I didn't see you there. But anyways, that's my review of Enslaved's Heimdal. What did you guys think about the song? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, tap that big red subscribe button, and tap that bell to be notified when I upload. Or when I upload, you will be notified. Vice versa, switcheroo, and put a little bow on it. I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and most importantly, join the herd! Until next video, peace out.